Broadbeach. So Scotland against Australia. I said it doesn't get any better than that. Two of the most successful nations in the sport, and some big names as well. There's Darren Burnett, the Scottish skip. So, temperatures creeping up. 9 o'clock this morning, 24 degrees, now 28, humidity 56. But look at that wind speed, that's down to 19. And that's great, because there's one thing that players really do struggle in, and that is a gusty wind. But that's well down on what it has been for the previous days here at Broadbeach. And the Scotland triple is just full of talent and full of experience. Weren't really pushed against the Norfolk Island in the semi-final. Ronnie Duncan, Derek Oliver, and the multi-gold gold medal winner Darren Burnett. You can see him just chatting there. That's on the left, Derek Oliver. So didn't really have any problems and lost to Northern Ireland, but by then they'd already qualified. Big win over Norfolk Island, 20-8.
Another powerful lineup here for Australia. Barrie Lester, the left-hander, Nathan Rice, known as Lurch, and the Sheriff, Aron Sheriff. This side has been playing exceptionally well throughout the tournament. Just having a look at the results there. Big win over Botswana. Brunei Darussalam, New Zealand, the semi-final. That was a big win against Canada in the semi-final. Haven't dropped too many shots at all.
Directed by our attendants, and keep those arms and legs inside the Broadbeach Bowls Club at all times.
So Norfolk Island, Scotland. Scotland were always in charge of that match, and a very comfortable win at 20-8. And Canada, Australia struggled, but Australia were very good, won 20 shots to 5. So without doubt, the two best teams have come through to this final. A quick chat with Barrie Lester earlier, and he was delighted with his form. The crowd still settling down. People checking. There's going to be a lot of support here for the host nation. It'll not be difficult to pick them out either. But don't underestimate the support that Scotland has. Always here, always willing to make a bit of noise, and Aron Sheriff just waiting this match to get down to the last few seconds. We'll hear the hooter and we'll be off and running. Front end of Australia, Barrie Lester and Nathan Rice preparing themselves. So we're off and running. Scotland against Australia in this men's triples final here in the Commonwealth Games in Broadbeach and the Gold Coast. And wouldn't you know it with the sunshine, absolutely fantastic conditions. And I have to say that if you can't play good bowls in these greens and these conditions, well, you've definitely got a problem. You know that, sure, you play up here a lot.
Yes, best greens in the world on the Gold Coast. The weather's always pretty good. Beautiful one day, perfect the next. We've had some wind, we've had some rain, but today, for this gold medal match, perfect.
Barrie Lester, the left-hander.
Two guys in picture there. They won the bronze medal 12 years ago in Melbourne for the men's pairs. It'll be a different colour this year. Will it be silver or gold?
Ronnie Duncan, specialist lead.
We've seen a fair bit of Scotland in the men's triples and Australia, Corky, and on form, you'd have to say the Aussies have been more impressive.
Yes, I don't think that Scotland have really been pushed, certainly not in the semi-final. They had a few gears to go up. There was not a lot coming back from the other side. This will be different. They'll be under pressure. So it'll be interesting to see if they can move up from second gear. To be fair, they didn't need to. I think you can only really make an assessment until we find out how they're going to go against a top team. Just underneath the line. A lot of experience out there, that's the thing, sure. None of these players will be fazed by a gold medal match.
No, the Aussies, I think, would be expecting to win. They've been very confident. Aron Sheriff in particular is the best I've ever seen Sheriff play in these Commonwealth Games.
Yes, I think it's fair to say that there's Derek Oliver in the middle, international skip in his own right. That this is all about location now with these players, and in Glasgow in the last Commonwealth Games, Scotland would be the favourites, and down here in the Gold Coast, definitely Australia would be the favourites.
Yes, well, I have Scotland favoured in the pairs. They've been playing brilliant, but the triples have struggled a little bit. I think Darren Burnett, he could be the difference in this game. He'll have to play really well, I feel, for Scotland. And the man called Lurch, Nathan Rice, that's the way he's been playing throughout the tournament. Brilliant. Very experienced as well as a skip. Nathan Rice, the 2 seconds, normally skip team events. Oh, that's wayward. Oh, that is very loose. Australia holding 4.
Well, that's a loose first stand, no doubt about that, for Scotland.
Darren Burnett, he's going to have a headache on the first end. He's 4 down. First end. Scotland do not have a bowl within a metre of the jack.
He's going to be 5 down.
He's going to be, well,
probably. Unless there's a position ball goes in.
Aron Sheriff recently shifted to the Gold Coast from New South Wales. So he knows the greens exceptionally well. He's running for cover. He's happy with the 4. He's covering the tee. So if the jack is propelled off the rink on the side, it comes back and respotted on the tee, which is 2 metres from the ditch at the back of the rink, in the middle of the rink. So no dead ends. Sheriff, just a bit of insurance.
Yes, it's 18 ends, of course, and it's 2-ball triples, not 3-ball as you would normally play. It's a quicker game, a much more pure game. A lot of us like it, I have to say. It was introduced a lot of years ago, and we like the way this is working out.
This first bowl from Burnett, if this is not close, he is going to have all sorts of problems with his last.
Oh, he's close.
Looks heavy.
Oh, he's got heavy. The
oh, this could almost be the match right now. If Australia grab a 5, well, Corky, it's a long way back. It's momentum.
It is.
You get a 5 on the first end in a gold medal match.
Well, all that does is just pump you up even more.
If you're Australia.
If you're Australia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
Can you imagine how much pressure Burnett is going to be under? Played the backhand with his first. Having a look at the forehand side. Already holding 4.
There's number 5 coming in.
Number 5. Well, it's actually number 2 in the count, but it's 5 in total. And Darren Burnett, will he have a drive? Will he draw?
Holes and gaps everywhere. Woo. If he drives this and goes through a gap, he's losing a handful, but he wasn't far away with the last one. No, just the trouble is the overcorrection, where you drop off short and you whiz inside the head. You know, it's...
Well, he's not rushing back to the bowl. That's from the mat end. He might drive at the jack.
Yes, he's going to drive. Playing the percentages here, thinking he'll take something out. Big bowl. Massive bowl for Scotland. What's he removed? 2 away, down to 3 by the looks of it.
Got 3 out, I think, so that was a good result.
2 out and a measure.
So he's lucky there.
Well, he was in the target area. I think he was playing the percentages.
Oh, it was a terrific shot, but under all sorts of pressure.
If he gets this down to 2, it'll be a remarkable result. Oh, 2 shots. Whoa, didn't he come out of that well? Well, I think if anything, Scotland would be more pleased than Australia after that first end. Australia have scored, but they were lying 5 shots, and Darren Burnett took 3 out. So first blood to Australia with that double. Barrie Lester, very fit guy, looks after himself. That's all the Australians do.
A few years back, Barrie used to get very nervous and be up and down with his emotions. Now he's really a lot more experienced and very classy lead.
He's actually just rock solid, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very confident now. He used to get the intensity levels used to get too high. He was just too excited. It is a target sport, bowls. You need to get the right line and the right weight.
Yep, good reply. Excellent. Something we never really suffered from, was it, Sherry? A lack of confidence going into matches.
Was that far ago? Oh, I've forgotten.
I know, but I can't remember that far ago, you know. But anyway.
2 opening lead bowls, both within 30 centimetres or a foot from the jack.
In the area again. Good if he just slips past the jack. That's tidy. Really, really tidy. Good stuff from Barrie Lester. Confidence player as well, though. He'll want to get off the first few ends, getting close. We can follow that up.
Can't sit still, Barrie Lester, whereas Nathan Rice is just the opposite. Very laconic, laid back. Ooh.
Well, making sure he was reaching, no doubt about that. Well, better behind the head than being short. He's got Darren Burnett skipping. He's a very good weight player. The last thing you want to be doing is putting short balls in the way.
Nathan Rice, a green keeper on the Gold Coast.
Oh.
That's 3.
Played it well. Wouldn't it be lovely, a green keeper on the Gold Coast? You get up at 5 in the morning, go and cut the greens.
I was talking to Les Gibb. He's the head greenkeeper here. He's got 3 assistants, and he's been here at Broadbeach at 4 a.m. every morning preparing these 4 magnificent. Oh, looking for the jack through. 3 down to 3 up.
Well, I'll make up my mind. Did he pick that up on the way past or not? We'll assume he was asked to reach through it. Just needs to run a little bit. I tell you what, these greens have picked up. They really have picked up speed, because yesterday there's no way that ball would have made it.
We had a fair bit of rain overnight, and early this morning the greens were quite slow, but they've picked up with the sunshine. Playing weight again, looking for the jack in the ditch. He's got it. Oh. Well, what a bowl. For benefit of our non-bowling viewers, that's alive. It's touched the jack, sprayed with liquid chalk. It remains alive. No other bowl that goes in the ditch will be, but touches the jack, follows it in, and isn't Darren Burnett happy?
Well, I think this is an indication of the way Scotland might be just playing this game. They're going to be very positive. If they're in trouble, they're going to reach through things, and that's exactly what you have to do with a team like Australia, because they're going to be pumping a lot of balls in the head.
Now, there'll be a couple of markers on the bank, one where the jack is and one where the toucher is, the bowl, the shot bowl. Needs to draw close without falling in. Oh. You can see the yellow marker there. That's where the jack is in the ditch. And there'll be a marker where the toucher is. So the yellow marker is where the jack is, and you can see that red marker, that's where the live bowl is in the ditch, about 60 centimetres apart. That's how much room Aron Sheriff has to draw the shot.
Well, it was a good effort, and it's going to be very hard just to take a few inches off. But Darren Burnett, well, he can afford to be confident here. There's 2 goes at this. Well, that was meant to be a lot further up, I can tell you.
It's only 1, but if Aron Sheriff goes in the ditch again or drops a long way short, that white bowl there belonging to Nathan Rice will be worth an extra 3 shots.
Yeah, he's looking for a good second here. Can't afford to be skirting around the edge of the ditch too much.
Yeah, he's cut the 3 Scottish bowls out, so that's a good bowl from Sheriff.
I don't think we're going to see too many tactical errors in this match. Very traditional players in terms of their shot selection. Giving you an idea of how far Darren Burnett is pushing this ball out. It's all about weight now because he's on a track to come inside through the gap. They're encouraging it. Yep, he's made it. That's a double. That's the 2 back again. And that all came from the positive shot that Derek Oliver played, both with his first and his second ball. I think Australia will probably play the same way if they're in trouble. Good, confident start by both teams.
Quite eventful first 2 ends.
Partisan crowd, as you would expect.
It was a tremendous save from Darren Burnett the first end when he was 5 down to cut it down to just a count of 2, and then Scotland, they've regained the momentum. That's previous end, trailing the jack in the ditch, and Skip Darren Burnett drawing a second. So a wonderful start from Ronnie Duncan. Not the best of results.
No,
sat the bowl down.
He's behind the head, and that's good. You're always better adjusting back the way than you are going forward.
Graduated from Edinburgh University in astrophysics with honours, Ronnie Duncan.
I don't even ask him about it.
That's why his nickname is Rocket.
It's 2 sentences into the conversation, I'm lost.
Beautiful, smooth backswing and follow through. Very fluent, Lester.
Yep, good ball. Doesn't matter where it finishes. Still a useful ball. He's turned the ball onto the jack, but it's come closer to his own back one.
Very similar, Derek Oliver, Nathan Rice, the 2 seconds in this match. They just go about their business quietly. The Skips will be playing all the brilliant conversion shots and drives. Nathan Rice has a big, powerful drive if needed. Oliver tends to play more controlled weight.
Yes, he's more conservative in terms of the weight, but he's very accurate. I've played against Derek Oliver a number of times in the indoor internationals, and he's a quiet guy. Just gets on with the job. Good ball.
Can almost see a drive coming up at some stage in this match. 2 down, but the 2 counters are together. Nathan Rice just trying to draw, or better still, trail the jack.
He's under the line. Spreads the target a little bit, that's no bad thing. Certainly a much wider target. Australian bowls coming into the head. It's going to be difficult enough to draw that.
Yeah, weight on the backhand through the gap on the right-hand side of the line for Sheriff. Inside edge off the Nathan Rice bowl onto the jack. Burnett, so you would expect too hard to draw on the left-hand side. It's easy to play weight through the two short bowls for Australia. But Burnett, he will be playing the open side, trying to add a third. Oh, this is going to block the shot that I just talked about. It's still there.
Well,
you just have to play with less weight. Well, he's going big weight.
Pumping it in. What's happened? Well, one Scottish bowl left and two Australian second shots. In fact, three.
Very quick there. Aron Sheriff jumped on the mat, straight up the centre line. Very important here for Darren Burnett to get another bowl in the head, Corky, because Sheriff will drive again if he fails here.
I think this is indicative of the type of game we're going to see. Yep, they're calling this to hurry. Just needs to get in front. I'm not sure. That's not totally different from his previous bowl.
Should have maybe blocked the drive there, so maybe... Yeah, Rice going back to that earlier shot I was trying to describe. Inside edge off the Aussie bowl onto the jack. Couple of metres through the head.
He's slightly inside for the edge.
Only needed a touch on the Australian bowl.
Yep, well, we got an ooh and an ah from that bowl, didn't we? The ooh's always good, but you want to get the ah. Ooh, that was close. Ah, that was brilliant. So, just the one.
I think it's Emma Brown.
Traditional white shoes have gone by the back door now by the looks of it. The players are all using shoes that matches their kit. Or at least the vast majority of them are.
You would have started with brown shoes, Corky, wouldn't you?
Brown Dawn shoes, which were the...
Excellent start from Ronnie Duncan. Right behind the jack on the centre line.
The shoes of kings, they said. Dawn leather shoes.
Bit of pressure on Lester now. Both leads have brought their A game today, as you would expect.
Oh, that's great stuff. Great reply.
Didn't think Ronnie Duncan led all that well in the semi-final against Norfolk Island, but this is a much bigger match today and he's leading a lot better.
He's got a bit of work to do to come off that line, even on the swingy hand. Swingy hand's all relative, of course, because a lot of these players brought straightish bowls with them, expecting these greens to be playing much quicker and much wider. So they've had to adapt a little bit with it.
Breeze is blowing left to right as we're looking. Lester got weight and he's got the shot bowl out. Well, he's played the skipper's lead shot first and the skip shot with his last.
He was certainly arriving. Good connection, and he's finished in a very good place as well.
I think Derek Oliver's coming to this final from instructions from the coach, David Goulet. Don't be short. Yep. Reach up with every bowl.
Reach everything. Don't block up your skip. Well, it's not a bad way to look at it.
What's he? A weighted shot now, perhaps.
Yeah, we're looking to be very positive, aren't they? Yep.
Well, he's going backhand with weight, so he is attacking.
I tell you what, he's not far away either. Oh, look at that.
In the ditch once again.
Yep, Australian ball's gone in the ditch. It wasn't a toucher, so that's taken out of the ditch. Will form no more part on this end. A lot of balls drawn to the ditch by the looks of it in this match.
Well, Darren Burnett and Aron Sheriff, they've had a bit of practice already drawing to the jack in the ditch. Going this way.
Gently, 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 gently. Oh, no! Oh, that actually looked to have stopped, and then it just dropped over.
So there's no toucher in the ditch. The jack is in the ditch, as you can see there, the little yellow marker, and it looks like a couple of shots to Scotland, but they are metres away. About 3 metres of room. Nathan Rice looked like he'd drawn a magnificent shot on the edge of the ditch, but just fell in. This is one of the least practiced shots in the game by most players. Drawing to a jack in the ditch off the centre of the rink.
Gently, gently. The same thing, gently. He's played it well. Played it so well.
Well, that's 3 shots to Scotland. Now, Aron Sheriff cannot afford to lose this. He has to draw second shot with this bowl. Don't get too cute. Just draw second and think about the last. Yep, he's beat the 2 Scottish bowls. Excellent bowl from Aron Sheriff.
Well, you know, players are looking to sometimes 3 shots ahead. This one's playing 2 shots ahead with Aron Sheriff drawn in there. He knows now that if Darren Burnett doesn't add another, he's got a shot to push the ball through and stay. It's a thinking game, there's no doubt about that, at this level in particular.
Yes, Darren Burnett was holding 3, now 1, and he knows if he fails here, Sheriff might attack the shot bowl.
It's another one, needs to go gentle. What's going to happen? Oh, it just dropped in as well. Just like Nathan Rice's ball, just dropped in. Good effort, but this is surely vulnerable now. Not much with it, he just needs to punch it out.
He could make 2 shots, try to turn the bowl into the ditch and stay on the green.
Can't go too heavy because he doesn't want to take his own ball. Oh, he's very close with this. Needs to hold, just needs to hold a little bit. Good effort. Four ends played. 4-2 for Scotland after Australia picked up a double in the first end to get their account opened. It's been a good game already. Lots of different shots played.
.28 metres rolled by Ronnie Duncan.
Once again, another good ball from Ronnie Duncan. He's definitely moved up the gears from the semi-final, no doubt about that. He knew he had to. Wasn't so much he was playing badly, it was just that there wasn't a lot of opposition coming the other way, so...
No, both teams had an easy semi-final clash, but They understand already that this is not easy. This is bowls at the highest level. 2 bowl triples is a dangerous game if you have 1 or 2 players just have one bad end. You can drop a big number, as we almost saw on the first end.
Yep, good again. Oh, that's good leading. Very good leading. He's just stepped off the rink to have a little chat with George Snedden, one of the support staff here for Scotland. Commonwealth Games gold medal winner in his own right.
In the pairs with Alex Marshall in Glasgow or Manchester.
Yep, Manchester. You should have a chat with him. He's a very funny guy. He really is. Good guy, George Snedden.
Played against George many times, and a lot of the Scots, the personality of a lot of the Scottish players are very similar to the Aussies. It's a deliberate bowl, back of the rink, bit of protection. Nathan Rice might be just trying to get really close to broaden the target with this bowl before attacking. Oh, he's opened it up. That's a beautiful bowl, Nathan Rice.
Oh, that's a brilliant bowl. 2 Aussie bowls at the back really come into their own now. It's a team game. It's all about playing the game together. If your lead misses, the second comes in. Darren Burnett's looking to get this bowl out. Got it.
Derek Oliver, good bowl there.
Don't think Derek Oliver's played a short bowl yet.
No, he hasn't played a short bowl. He's reaching up and he's getting results. Nathan Rice, he will be reaching too.
Is he getting down in time? He's close to it. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's made it a little bit more difficult.
And it's 3 shots to Scotland at the moment. It just closed the target. It looked so inviting, and Nathan Rice just got the outside edge, tucked the Scottish bowl in behind, and Australia have got some work to do now. Might cover the tee with the first bowl. The Aussies have the best 3 or 4 backwards, so I think Darren Burnett will be running for cover at the back of the rink.
Well, that's where he needed it. He'd ideally like to be into that pocket. The danger is he doesn't want to get to the jack because Nathan Rice's bowls and Barrie Lester's bowls are sitting waiting for this jack. This needs to hurry. Needs to run. Second shot probably, but it was a jack he was after, but he'll be happy enough for that.
Yes, locked his own bowl in, Aron Sheriff. Got good weight, solid contact, ran through onto the shot bowl, 3 down to maybe 1 down.
Well, what the Scottish lads are looking at is to see if that yellow ball of Aron Sheriff's will go on to the jack if it's pushed in, so they have to get another one, and it looks like it's taking the ball solid. There's absolutely no reason why Aron Sheriff can't attack this with his next delivery. Darren Burnett trying to turn the jack round the corner, and if he misses it, he comes into position. But it's the jack he really wants with good weight.
If he's narrow, he could give the shot away.
Yep, he's giving it away. There was always that risk in playing that shot, but I think he was lacking a little bit of weight, maybe.
Yes, as it slowed down, just the breeze got hold of it and it turned narrow.
Well, if he makes 2 there, that would have been a bit, bit unkind in some ways, but Australia take the single.
Emma Brown, the marker for today's final.
Aron Sheriff, the Australian skip, straight in the jack. Good game, 4-3 after 5 ends. 18 ends, of course, in this triples final. 2-ball triples. No time limit. But the players will be watched for slow play, even in the gold medal match. And so far, they've been keeping it going at a fair old pace.
.32 metres rolled for Barrie Lester, longest end of the match.
Oh, he's played it well. Yeah, little touch in the jack. Oh, that's pushed it towards Barry's ball, but the leads have been playing very well.
Won't be real happy with that, Barrie Lester. Had good weight with the first bowl, just lost a metre. Really coming back with the breeze.
Well, he's framed the jack, but once again, you can only ask your lead to put 2 balls close, and that's what he's done.
Not close enough, says Nathan Rice.
Well, opportunity for Derek Oliver to reach through this a little bit. Some balls to come off, jacks to turn. There you go, right through to that. He's playing very well, Derek Oliver, by reaching the head with every ball.
He hasn't had one short bowl in the final. I'm sure it's something they've talked about. He really is playing aggressively. No need to change.
I think it's very deliberate because Derek Oliver is a very good draw shot player.
Close once again, looking for the jack.
Ball would be better.
He's got the bowl for 3 shots.
How many times has he done that in this match? Taking jacks through, pushing balls out. Obviously a discussion, as you say, Shuey. They've had a game plan in this, and they're executing it very well.
And the short Barrie Lester bowl is blocking the drive this time for Aron Sheriff. So Sheriff will have to swing around with weight around the Lester bowl.
Got a bit of work to do with this one. Needs to catch a ball. Well, again, making sure he was reaching. One out.
Oh, a little touch on the jack now for the Scottish policeman, Darren Burnett, and it would be a very good head for Scotland. There's no real danger in Burnett arriving.
Well, he'll want to turn the jack round the corner. He's got a ball waiting there. Take the target away.
Oh, you can't trail the jack if you drop short. That's a nervous bowl.
No, it's not like him to do that, because he had all the options to turn the jack around the corner for 4 or 5 shots.
Very quick player, Aron Sheriff. He's not wasting any time.
Close with this. What's the connection like? It's good. Played it well. Got the inside of the jack. That was the important bit in that shot. He didn't want the outside of it. It would have been a disaster.
Well, there's only one shot on, I think, for Darren Burnett, and that's maybe to drive at the, or play firm weight shot bowl.
I'm just looking to see if he gets that shot ball absolutely right. You take the 2 below it. It's not going to make an awful lot of difference. There's another Aussie ball short.
He could get the jack bottom right as we're looking at that. Come off the shot bowl would be beautiful. Inside edge off the shot bowl. Move the jack bottom right for 4 shots if he's game enough just to play soft weight.
I was going to say you have to play very controlled weight. I tell you what, that's the sort of weight he's using.
He's playing the tough shot.
Struggling to get back. Almost see a kick out there. Very friendly game for all. Beautiful setting here at Broadbeach. Big crowd in for this gold medal match. Basking in the sunshine. There you go. That's our commentary positions, just above the crowd. One of our cameras above that as well. Flag's just fluttering a little bit. Nothing tremendously difficult about the wind at the moment. I hope it stays down, because it does make for good bowling.
Australia's plan is to go long, 32 metres. 34 metres is the maximum length tee to tee.
Left-hander on his forehand. That will help the ball back a bit. Well, that was a nice little touch. Just to narrow down the angle.
Good grouping, but both bowls just on a metre short.
It's not the best position in the world, because Derek Oliver will have to fight his way either around them or through them.
I don't think he'll drop short. Well, this might open the head.
There you go. That's well, it's not ideal, but let's just see what Darren Burnett. Well, he's asking him to arrive at it. Big shock.
It'll be a big shock if he drops short at all in this match, the way he started off, Derek Oliver. He'll need a little bit of luck here. There's 4 short bowls.
Well, he's in the area. Got a chance off the ball and filters through for shot.
He got plenty of luck, and it was all good. The key was in the weight. He had very good weight. Just enough to run through onto the jack. Now the Aussies will be chasing the shot bowl with weight on the forehand. Underneath Duncan's short bowl.
Just underneath it on the forehand, looking for that gap.
Kept the bowl on the green, which was good for Aron Sheriff. So Australia have the best 3 back bowls. Ooh, little slide. Pretty good home there. Scotland holding 1. Not a very big target for Aron Sheriff. The nuisance bowl is the Ronnie Duncan bowl, the short bowl.
Yes, and Derek Oliver's played 2 good bowls there once again.
The danger is if Sheriff is narrow, he could actually punch the Aussie bowl out of the head. So he's got to be careful with weight.
Well, he looks pretty good to me. Oh. Brilliant effort. And what's he got now? 2, maybe 3 seconds? And when we say second shots, just there's certainly one there for Scotland and the Aussie ball beside it.
Almost impossible for Darren Burnett to draw a second shot, so he'll try to place a bowl a metre, half a metre beyond the jack.
Oh, he's not bad here. Just needs to stop. Well, that's a good ball.
Very good bowl.
Yeah, the guys realise the importance of that.
They will be discussing whether the drive is the shot to play. The Aussies have the best 2 back bowls. So the 3rd shot is the bowl below the jack. That belongs to Scotland. And the 4th shot, I think, is Australia.
Could do worse than to pump the ball onto the back one. Running shot.
I think he'll play big, firm weight. Scatter the head or get the jack.
It's a conference.
What if jack goes back? What if you hit your own? What if you hit that bowl? What if you hit this bowl? Well, he's decided. I think it'll be forehand, big firm weight.
Well, be interesting if he does play it in the forehand, because he has to come underneath the short ball to do that. In the backhand, it's a wider target with a chance of the jack as well. But if he gets the jack, well, Darren Burnett's going to have a mountain of room. I think the backhand offers a wider target.
Backhand. Driving.
Under. Missed it. Yeah. He was trying to stay away from his own ball and get the shot ball out clean. It's the sort of one that if you hit it, it could go pear-shaped, end up giving away an extra shot or 2.
Yeah, a little touch on the jack here. Darren Burnett's first bowl was just beyond. If he could just touch that jack, could make 4 shots.
Missed the chance for another shot. So 1 it is to Scotland. Tight game in this men's triples gold medal battle between Scotland and Australia. 7 ends played, 5 shots to 4. No big counts flying about, just a double for both teams. Some very good balls played, some great conversion shots. A little bit of a surprise he's leading off the forehand, because it hasn't been the most consistent for the players. Good weight though. Different for the left-hander. He's coming across the line, doesn't need to go as wide. Barrie Lester of Australia. Both leads playing well.
Looks a lot better from Ronnie Duncan. Well, trails the jack again. It's a quality battle up front with the two leads.
Certainly different with this one. Much wider. Got a bit of work to do to get inside the ball. Probably better to miss it.
Well, Darren Burnett is offering Derek Oliver both sides. Play what you like, forehand or backhand. I think he's asking for a draw shot this time, not a reaching shot.
Oh, seriously? He's lying the shot, but yet again, there's Derek Oliver just in behind a really good ball, but it wasn't short.
Covering and counting.
He's played some great balls, hasn't he?
Certainly has. It's changed the head every end of the match. Derek Oliver. Nathan Rice looking to rest on the shot bowl. He's got it.
Oh, played that so well, didn't he? Lovely weight, beautiful weight.
Now, Oliver switches to the backhand. Looks narrow.
Needs an edge.
Oh.
He wouldn't have taken it.
Oh, yes, he would have.
Absolutely.
And he would have kept the surprised look off his face as well, Corky.
Yeah. Gold medal match. You take anything and everything that comes your way. Close again. Good place.
Two tremendous bowls from Nathan Rice. Converted the head and the first, and then switched to the forehand and just almost sliced the jack in behind, but finished in a receptive position.
Beautiful clubhouse here at Broadbeach as well. Fantastic facilities.
This is the type of shot you actually like as a skip. One down, got two bowls waiting, shot bowls jack high.
He needs to run to get past. Well, he got the half bowl angle. That's opened up the other side.
The only problem, the trail on the forehand, the other side is going to go to Nathan Rice's bowl. Oh, didn't like that, Aron Sheriff.
As they're waving it in to get into position in case the jack does come through. Well, that's not bad actually, because it splits the two red balls. Although I just have a feeling he'll just trying to arrive at this withdraw weight, turn the ball off, turn the jack. I don't think it's worth really playing big weight to it.
Safer option is the backhand. It's a lot harder on the backhand because if you play forehand and slice the jack, you could end up two down and Aron Sheriff still has one to play. So you could drop three if it goes pear-shaped on the forehand, whereas in the backhand there's no real danger, but it's more difficult to get the shot.
It's a low percentage shot on the backhand. It's a safe shot, there's no doubt about that. The forehand offers up more percentages, but more danger.
Yeah, I think you play forehand really firmly, you know, positive weight.
Fantastic crowd in today, as expected. Well, it looks like he's on the backhand with this, is he?
Well, he's playing the safer option, but gee, this is tough. He's got to get so close to the front Scottish bowl.
Well, they're really looking at it and must be close. Needs to clear it. Has he got it? Oh, what a ball. Oh, pick the bones out of that one. Gee whiz, that was a fantastic ball. Now he's line 2.
Oh, Aaron Sheriff has got on the mat, had a rip, but it's a mile wide.
It was a bit quick there, wasn't he? Just playing that shot. Normally so accurate. What a ball by Darren Burnett. Oh, low percentage. Played it perfectly. Back-to-back ends for Scotland. 1 and a 2. Puts them into a 3-shot lead after 8 ends in this men's gold medal playoff. All 6 of these players are contributing to a great match. If one of them falls off form, that could make the difference.
That's right, Corky. One bad end from the lead and the second together. We saw that on the first end of the match, and you laughed at me when I thought it could have been the match, the very first end. If Australia had held on to that 5, hasn't looked like scoring a big count since, but rather surprised that Aron Sheriff twice in this match has just jumped on the mat, driven very quickly.
Yes, and missed the target.
Yeah, he had a nice shot to trail the jack for 3. But obviously felt as though the drive was the best option. But intriguing battle up front between Lester and Duncan. Advantage Duncan.
Good battle though. Good to see it. Always nice to see 2 leads going head to head and playing well against each other. Dropping a little bit short, but in the way for the draw. That's facilitating a change onto the other side.
Yeah, wouldn't be happy with that. Ronnie Duncan needed to pass the jack. When Lester's being asked to switch, he just took extra time there to have a look at where to aim at. He hasn't played a bowl on this side of the rink.
Well, it's a narrower side, there's no doubt about that. He's chasing the jack though. Oh, what sort of weight was that?
Well, he's opened the head up. Well, he hasn't opened the head. He sliced the jack back into the open.
Surely wasn't asked to play with that sort of weight. Still, opened it up.
Well, Derek Oliver, he's been reaching the entire match. He's still reaching. No, he's short.
Oh, first short ball.
First short ball.
Mark that. I want to see that later. First short ball of the match, and he's only 2 inches short of the jack.
We're just talking about Duncan and Lester, Corky, but Derek Oliver and Nathan Rice, they're having their own personal battle.
Yep, they are. Look at this. Oh, great stuff. In fact, if you look at that ball, I'm not even sure. I think that front ball of Derek Oliver's is jack high. It's a good battle in each of the positions. Gently, gently on your own ball. Well, that's okay. 1 in, 1 out. Australia will have to play the same sort of shot. Nathan Rice just pushed it outside, but he's coming to a good home. Almost matching the Scotland ball behind. It doesn't do any harm.
Best result for Burnett would be to come under the jack and just just draw. Oh, that's going to offer some protection, but not sure who's holding.
I have a feeling it's Australia that's holding. We'll see with the weight that he's using here. He's just trying to trickle, but he's right in front of it. That's not going to be easy to get past. So
I think Burnett will have to be looking at the backhand now. Through the gap, perhaps. Maybe just around. Gee, it's hard to get at that head on both sides.
Yeah, it's
maybe through the risky shot would be through the two Aussie bowls up top left and take the white bowl out, but that's.
Well, they're looking at that because there's an outside bowl which is on the running surface, and that's possible to pump that in. If he makes underneath it, he will get the Australian ball out nice and clean, but it's not easy.
Now he's going out having a look at the angle on the backhand. Still yet to decide.
I don't think he'll fancy that. Don't think the rink's playing sufficiently wide enough to play that shot.
If he plays weight, the big danger is Aron Sheriff's last bowl into the head.
Well, I tell you what, he's certainly on an inside line. He's got a chance with this to get the ball out absolutely clean. Oh, that touch on Aron Sheriff's ball was just enough. Oh, great effort.
Thought he had it, but just got the feather off the Sheriff bowl. Oh, so close.
Fiddly fudge. Just missed it. Well, Aron Shearer's confident enough to try and draw another one here. Has to be a little bit careful. Oh, what a ball. What a ball that was. Oh, tremendous ball. That's a confidence-inspiring shot. Had to be very careful with his weight. Drew the number one, and he's made the double. Gold and silver playoff match in the men's triples. It's been a titanic battle, I have to say. We're halfway through the match now. 7-6 to Scotland.
Scotland have won 5 ends, Australia 4.
That's very reflective of the overall scoreline as well. 13 shots and 9 ends. That's a tight game. Very few opportunities to pick up major counts.
Yes, unfortunately, I think there'll be perhaps one side that may lose this final rather than a side that plays a brilliant shot to win it. As you said before, Corky, oh, that's a poor bowl from Ronnie Duncan. Just one bad end from a couple of players and a big count of 4. Yeah, maybe the difference between gold and silver today.
Yeah, it has that look about it, doesn't it?
It does.
You're looking for a wayward end with lots of holes and gaps, and
there's so much tension out on the rink. You can just see it the way the players are. They know that every bowl has to count, and just one bad end could cost a gold medal.
Well, I can understand that. He's played an overcorrection because he couldn't afford to be short again.
Well, I hope I haven't jinxed Scotland there, but that was a bad 2 bowls from Ronnie Duncan. 1.5 meters short with his first and a couple of meters through with his second. Australia holding 3.
Well, the backhand is out of commission going this way for the right-handers.
Oh, he's playing weight. Whoa.
It looks wide.
What's he driving at? There's a big hole. Well, he's got one Australian. Oh, took the back Scottish bowl.
Well, he has been very accurate with his running bowls, so fair enough. Probably playing the percentages.
Not when you haven't got a bowl within a couple of metres, I don't think. This is...
We're too traditional. We would have had him drawing in there. We're 2 feet of running to catch something or draw the shot.
Not real close, but counting.
Oh, is he offering him to go again? I think he is.
Oh, I don't necessarily agree with this. If he gets the jack, it's a great shot.
No, he's close this time. Jack,
oh,
re-spot.
Well, they've got 2. Oh, no, it goes on the tee. Aussies have got 1.
But it is wide open.
Barrie Lester taking great care. Oh. The front of the jack has to be level with the back of the tee. So there's a toucher in the ditch and a Scottish bowl on the green. They're second and third nearest.
Yes, well, there's a toucher in the ditch, and that's very useful, but at the same time, Scotland are being very aggressive when the shot's against.
To the extreme.
Yeah, well, I do think this has been thoroughly discussed. Really, and a lot of practice put in, I would say, for Scotland to be playing this way. And it's been very effective, I have to say, because it's 7-6. No, it's a tight game, and we still can't pick a winner.
You can see the toucher in the ditch there, as well as the Australian bowl below the jack is counting.
Yeah.
The number 1 shot is the Nathan Rice bowl, the white bowl above the jack, as this bowl is coming into the head.
He's got a lovely line with this. It's just a matter of has he got the pace to get past. Just didn't have enough running, that was all.
Got second shot, still has 1 to play. I'm still scratching my head at Derek Oliver driving there at Shadows, and he got a fair result, but it's obviously been discussed by the coaching team of Scotland that the way to beat the Aussies is to attack when down.
Yep. Like I say, it's working at the moment. Opportunity for Aron Sheriff to add another shot. Just needs to stop. Probably need to fall back, you know. It's a fairly narrow hand, that. I think it's still just the 1. Derek Oliver's just saying, look, you know, 2 feet on your last and you'll do good, and you'll be hidden as well. Darren Burnett's looking at the backhand.
Well, Sheriff is out of ammunition at the moment, but so there's no real stress here for Burnett. Looks like just 1 to Australia. No need to change.
Well, pushed it out. It's all on the running now because he just needs to clear the debris at the front. Not sure if he's got enough to get it past, though. No, well, maybe. It looks like he's turned the ball over once, and he's got the shot. Just made it. Yep, there it is, confirmed. 1 shot.
Oh, perfect correction for Wade. Just had enough to promote his first bowl over just in front of the Australian bowl.
He was looking for a clear road to draw it, and he had enough weight to do that. Eight shots to 6, 10 ends played. fascinating game for the gold medal at the Commonwealth Games here in Broadbeach. It's been a real battle between the two heavyweights, no doubt about that. They're fantastic players, but they're the biggest nations around. Australia and Scotland, the best nations in Scotland, in the Northern Hemisphere, no doubt. I think it's fair to say the Australians are the heavyweights of the Southern Hemisphere.
Yes, Australia and New Zealand. And Barrie Lester, not for the first time. A toucher, willing it to fall over. He's always hyped up, Barrie Lester.
He's playing good balls, isn't he? That's another good ball from Barrie Lester. One on the jack and one behind. Derek Oliver just trying to draw the ball or the jack. Well, his weight was probably pretty good.
Excellent bowl, Nathan Rice.
Well, that's tidied things up. It looks to be a little bit under here. There's a big gap. Oh, he's found it. That wasn't a particularly easy shot. Might need a bigger target. Just draw to it, try to fall off on the shoulder and give yourself something to play to. It's a very narrow target. You can see it there on this shot, this low angle shot from the mat. That will look an absolute nightmare.
Yes, because Ronnie Duncan has a short bowl, or had a short bowl on the line, and Derek Oliver turned it off and stayed there himself.
Matching sunglasses. Supplied by Bowls Australia, I'm sure.
Close.
Oh, got it.
He's got the bowl and the jack, but straight to Nathan Rice's covering bowl.
Yeah, but he'll be very happy with it. That was a very good shot. It wasn't easy.
2 down to 1 down. Aron Sheriff 2 ends ago drew a beauty with his last. He knows the line and the weight.
Well, it's not a bad ball where it's finished, and if it's counting, it's even better. It's not going to be easy to get around that bowl. Doesn't look like there's any strike shot on. No drive available.
Well, he can see the jack on the backhand, but he'd have to play big firm weight.
Well, will he play bowl under bowl or look for the jack?
I think because Aron Sheriff still has one to play, I think the safer option is the draw shot.
Yep, I think it's the right shot to play under the circumstances. You'd be looking for just good weight here. He's going to need good weight if he's on this line. This line will struggle to get back. Calling it in, wanted it to drop. There's just no way those balls are falling. The green's not quick enough for that. It's not swingy enough. It was on the straighter hand, of course, with the wind playing against it.
Well, it looks like Australia there for second shot. It's the bowl above the jack. The Aron Sheriff bowl looks as though it could well be a counter.
Yes, those rings are absolutely rock solid. It's a really good job. We can see that clearly. 2 to Australia, 1 more to come. Just looking to draw inside the last bowl, and that will be enough. Well, he's played it. That's a great shot. That really is. It's a spare shot opportunity for Australia, and he's taken it. Measure on the third, of course, 2 out. Waiting for confirmation that it's 3, and it is 3 to the Aussies. Australia in front. And they haven't been in front in this match since the first end. 9 shots to 8. Barry's having a little chat with Aron Sheriff about where the jack should go. I always worked on the basis, let the front end discuss it.
Let the lead decide wherever you can put 2 bowls close, Barry. That's probably what Aron Sheriff would be saying.
I'd walk away and say, you guys work it out between you. Give me 4 bowls close, I'll do the rest. Slightly longer than what we've been playing. So Barrie Lester, Australian lead. Men's triples gold medal match, perfectly poised. It really is a fantastic game. Good competition in terms of player against player across all 3 positions. It's a decent start, isn't it? It's a really good start. Barrie Lester, left-hander, playing the swinging hand.
32-metre length rolled, a fairly long end, just a couple of metres short of maximum.
Well, this is coming across a little bit early.
Just the last couple of ends, Ronnie Duncan has dropped a couple of short bowls and also a couple of narrow bowls.
It's not far wrong, actually, in terms of weight. He's only a foot short, but just missed the line. Easy correction. In the meantime, Barrie Lester's just trying to pop another one in. Here it comes. Well, that's very good stuff. That's good leading. 2 bowls behind the jack, fairly adjacent to each other. Doing its best to get back this one. Oh, just slipped past. Oh, he played that well. Once again, reaching the bowls, reach the bigger target. Don't worry about the small target, the jack. You beat the opposition's bowls, that's good enough. Just missing. Well, he's popped the other ball down. Good head though, good bowling. Down the narrow side for Derek Oliver. Oh, he's played this well. It's all on connections now. Oh yes, 2 beauties from Derek Oliver.
pretty handy. Those two bowls, one on the forehand, drew the shot, switched to the backhand, drew a toucher for two.
He's played well in this match. He really has, sure. He's been a rock in the middle, hasn't he?
Well, I've been impressed with the fact that he's obviously decided to reach with every bowl. With Aaron Sheriff, he'll be reaching to this end. He will not try to draw this. He'll play some form of weight, whether he just rests on or just reaching weight. Looks to be under.
Oh, he had nice weight, I have to say. Very good weight. It's a tempting sort of shot that, you know, you just think, well, I'll reach this and just turn the jack, but it's not easy on that narrow side. You're really at a whim of a blow in the wind, or the wind dropping for a second, and all of a sudden you're inside it.
Burnett really needs to come a metre behind the jack now. Just beat that last Aaron Sheriff bowl, because Sheriff will probably play the same type of shot. So he needs to be behind, but on the wide side, not narrow. Weight was perfect, but no good there. Jack's not heading in that direction.
No, I think his second option there was to tuck the jack in. Oh, this looks very narrow. Not a lot of shouting going on. Yeah. He didn't miss it by much, but you could tell going down the green. Just look at the player. You usually know if he thinks it's close or not.
Well, he's had a couple of missed drives in this final, and again, there wasn't really much correction with the second conversion attempt. And now an opportunity for Darren Burnett to draw a third.
You can play either side, doesn't really matter. The backhand's the safer side. He doesn't want to move the jack. But he's already played one on the forehand, so he knows he can adjust the weights very slightly. He can make a treble. Yep, just struggling for weight. Still, 2 shots has taken the sting out of losing the 3 the previous end. And they leapfrog back into the lead again. Scotland 10 shots to 9 at 2/3 of the way in. Ends of this final in the men's triples. 10 shots to 9 in favour of Scotland. So 6 more ends to go. Well, that's not a bad start. Good weight, just not getting back.
Tension builds in this match, and about now, the last few ends in a final start trying a little bit harder, and the bowls unfortunately don't finish as close.
Well, that's a shot and a good bowl, but it is short of the jack.
The way Barrie Lester has been playing, it's certainly beatable. That last Ronnie Duncan bowl. Oh, now Lester's dropped short.
That's a rare bowl from Barrie Lester to go short there, because he's been playing very well, I have to say.
31-metre length. The breeze has just sprung up a little bit, looking for a reason why, but Oliver never short.
I think Darren will not be happy enough because that jack could be trailed back, and just looking at that Aussie, the Aussie gear is perfect, isn't it? It always looks good, mate. I can just imagine that yellow shirt back at home. You know, it's just walk down the road with a shirt like that on. Wonder where you're coming from. Oh, I love it.
Nathan Rice just saw Lester drop short, so he's added a little bit extra on, but very loose head, this one. The first player really to nail the jack is going to be in a good position.
Well, his line's good here. It's all about weight now. He's getting it waved up. Needs an edge. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. From a Scotland point of view, that's just made it a little bit difficult for the Australians.
Yeah, Scotland holding 3. It's not a great 3, but not easy to beat. Unless you're Nathan Rice.
And he's just drawn the shot. He'll take that. Okay, it's hanging out on the wing, but you just have to take it.
Yes, had to keep a safe line. Could not afford to crash. And just drawing jack high. 3 down to 1 up.
Wouldn't you just love these greens to be playing a shade quicker, where those sort of balls would dip in to the jack and hide away?
Well, they're all playing with really narrow bowls these days, Corky. There's not much late turn. This is a big opportunity. Maybe the best opportunity of the match. Scotland leading by 1. 6 ends to play. If Burnett could wrest Nathan Rice's bowl out of the head, Scotland would be lying 4 shots.
Well, he's certainly after it. I'm waiting for the call from the front end. I think he's into the short bowl. Well, he's kept that ball in the head as well, so it's still available. Doesn't waste much time.
No. It's opened the head up for Sheriff on the backhand, made it a little bit easier to draw a second. He's done it.
Oh, that's a great shot. That really is a great shot, and it's locked in.
Yeah, could not have played that tight line while the previous bowl, the Scottish bowl, was there, but come in narrow. Oh, got a little friendly slide, but the weight was perfect.
I don't think a slide would have made any difference anyway, so high fives all round, and rightly so, because that's created a different problem for Scotland.
Darren Burnett was hoping to make 4. Now he's 2 down.
A lot of thinking going on out there.
Well, the discussion is either a draw shot or a reaching shot. Well, he's going back to have another look, Burnett. He still has not decided how much weight to play.
Can't really blame him. There's nothing easy about it, is there?
He might play forehand. There's not as many gaps on the forehand side. He could turn the bowl over there at 11:30, coming in on the forehand, or rest the Sheriff bowl, the yellow bowl, just left of the jack. He's got 2 or 3 options on the forehand. There's gaps on the backhand.
Well, they're interested. They're calling it for the front bowl. Got a half of it again. Well, very much in the area for a result, but no cigar this time.
No, he played good weight. Just needed a solid contact. Inside edge and run away. Oh, if only. Unless Aron Sheriff makes a mistake, the Aussies are going to regain the lead.
Can't see him making a mistake with this one. Yeah, his weight was good, actually. He'll take a double, though. And they leapfrog into the lead, 11-10 after 13.
Come on, Scotland!
5 ends to go in this men's triples gold medal final. And we still can't pick a winner in this game. It's been a fascinating battle between the two big nations. It's almost appropriate when you think about it. Most successful country in the southern hemisphere against the most successful country in the northern hemisphere. And the only difference is whether we're playing this match, it's in Broadbeach and the Gold Coast. So we think it's slight advantage to Australia. But the greens really have suited the UK countries. So it hasn't been that much of an advantage.
Barrie Lester, surprisingly, 2 metres short with his first bowl. So the conditions have obviously changed. Both leads were nailing the jack end after end, but in the last few ends, that breeze has obviously just picked up, turned around, a little bit swirly, a little bit fluky, just causing a few wayward bowls now. A lot of mental pressure as well. 2 bowl triples, 2 bowls per player. It's a real cutthroat game if you're not playing well. It's not enjoyable at all for the skips if they don't have close bowls. Well, that's the worst end of the match for the 2 leads. Nathan Rice, he has not put a foot wrong.
Just needs to get past the front one. He's close to the jack. Got it. Picked it up on the way past, and that's very useful.
Good attempt. Still 2 down. Nathan Rice switching to the wider side of the rink. His forehand.
It's got a bit of work to do to get back, but it's trying its best. Anything behind the jack's useful. Well, that's not wasted by any means.
Any improvement at all from Derek Oliver, and he will have the shot. He's got it.
Oh, played another good ball.
It's the shot bowl. 2 tremendous bowls considering the circumstances. The leads failed, but the seconds recovered.
Well, he's exactly what you want in the middle of a triple, isn't he, Derek Oliver? Absolutely rock solid. Now all the types of shots he's been playing.
He's a no-nonsense character too. He doesn't show any emotion.
No, he just gets on with it. They're calling it. Has it made it? It has. It's a beauty just in front.
Another wonderful shot from Aron Sheriff. I think Darren Burnett will play backhand here with some weight, but there is a danger. He does not want to miss the jack or the shot bowl and flick Derek Oliver's bowl out of the head.
Well,
so if he's playing backhand with weight, he would not want to miss the jack wide. He could be a hero, but he could be a villain here. He's only 1 down. He could end up 3 down or 2 up.
He's in the area for the ball, though. I think he's played this very well. Is he going to get enough of it? That's the question. He has. He played it with beautiful wit.
He knew where the danger was. He played it on the tight side, not the wide side.
I think the key there was the weight he was using. Even if he had got to the deep bowl, I don't think he was going to do any damage with it.
Now, Aron Sheriff will play backhand, similar type of shot as Burnett, but with more weight.
Yeah, again, it's looking good.
Has been playing these backhands narrow.
Oh, he has. Oh, it didn't do any damage. That's the thing, but that really wasn't anywhere near as positive as I thought he would play it.
It wasn't an Aron Sheriff type of shot, was it?
Oh, it was a...
Remember a few ends ago, he's shaking his head. He missed 2 in a row on the backhand narrow, and once again.
I think the line would have been good enough, but it was a bit of a Mickey Mouse weight to it. A bit Disney weight. And so, he could well have afforded to reach through that with 4 or 5 yards of running.
Wow. Forehand draw, backhand draw, drop short, take the 1 and run. What are they thinking here, Corky?
Well, they're line 2 shots. Have to be a little bit careful with it. There's a ball coming in on the backhand. There's probably less danger on the backhand because the forehand, any touching the jack, you're taking it towards the Australian ball a foot behind. He has to be very careful if he's playing this forehand.
Well, he is playing the forehand. Needs to keep wide.
It wasn't a bad effort, to be fair, but I think he was being very conservative because of the danger. I think he could have been given a bit better chance in the backhand, but it probably wouldn't have bent anyway. So 2 shots to Scotland. This lead is bouncing about all over the place. 12-11 to Scotland after 14.
A little bit shorter this time. What they've been playing. .27 metres, and Barrie Lester's gone well overweight.
He's pushed that well through.
Australia grabbed a 3 on the 11th end to take the lead. That was 6-8 down. Then after that, Scotland got a double to take the lead back. Then the Aussies picked up a double to lead 11-10. And the previous end, Scotland a double, 12-11. So it's hard to hang on to the lead.
It's moved about the last 4 ends. Ronnie Duncan's popped another one in there just behind the jack. Now, as Barrie Lester managed to correct. Needs to hurry. Yep, that'll do for the shot. You can do no more.
Touch on the jack would be a very good result. That is the shot. Out it goes. So Australia won. A little trail of the jack here. Australia holding one, but it's the head is advantage to Scotland if that jack would move.
He's got the gap, but I think he's got the shot back. He has. 1 to Scotland.
This could be the pivotal end of the gold medal match. Just needs to roll Lester's bowl over, flop it down, 1 to Australia.
Oh, his shots changing with every bowl here.
I think at the moment, though, Corky, you would prefer to be in Darren Burnett's shoes on this end than Aron Sheriff's.
It's just the way it's sitting, you know. He can afford to reach, whereas Aron Sheriff has to be very careful. He doesn't move that jack.
Look at those Scottish bowls waiting just below the jack. Any trail from Burnett, and it would be an ugly situation for Australia. He'll be after the jack with soft weight.
He has to stay on the high side of the jack. He wants it on the high side. Has he got it? No, he's pushed it the other side, but it's still 1 to Australia. But look at all of those red bowls. Oh. You see the reaction from the players here. They were calling it all the way. Oh, there you go. But it's still good from a Scottish point of view. And the Aussies are going to have to get a ball in there. And
you need a ball in there. You need a block. You need another one. It's hard. He could play a very good shot here, Aron Sheriff, and drop 2 or 3
or 4.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a nightmare situation, isn't it?
Mentally, the way you play this shot, imagine you're 1 down. Don't be afraid. Play with confidence.
Well, it's a matter of locking into something. Oh, he's pushed it away. That means that he's still got 4 seconds against him. It'd be interesting to see what way Darren Burnett plays this.
2 very unlucky. Had the shot for a split second, Scotland, but it knocked it back to the Aussie bowl. There's 2 shots on now for Darren Burnett, and the shot selection here may determine the outcome of this final. There's a 4-hand running shot to take the Aussie bowl clean out. Scotland would be holding how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you could trail the jack through the gap or sit the bowl on the backhand. Oh. What does he play, Corky?
I would go stronger at it. I definitely would go stronger at it.
I would play the backhand with firm weight.
Yeah, those yard-on shots are difficult.
He's going backhand.
Yep, he's going strong. Well, he's certain in the area for the ball. He wants it to hold. Has he got it? He has. Oh, what a shot. 4 seconds. What a ball. Tremendous shot from Darren Burnett, but typical of him playing that strong conversion. All the way through. And now, Aron Sheriff, well, he needs to steady himself. He has to play into this.
He has to drive. He has to hit this head hard. He wants the jack.
He's got something. Oh, has he got it? He certainly helped the situation. It was a great shot. How many has he saved? That's the question.
Might nearly have the shot.
Oh.
The jack may have gone back far enough for that bowl to count.
He's looking anxiously, isn't he?
What an end.
I think it's 1 to Scotland. That's it. Oh, what an end of bowls. Great stuff. Brilliant, brilliant bowling. And well done to Aron Sheriff, because he's kept the Australians in the match.
He's lucky he got the jack on the way through, but he had to miss narrow, could not miss wide. A brilliant save, Aron Sheriff.
3 ends to go. Men's gold medal triples. Scotland 2 shots in front. It's been a tremendous game, thoroughly enjoyable.
Surprisingly, this end is the longest of the match. It's at 33 metres, and Ronnie Duncan rolled the jack a couple of metres, just as well he's close. He rolled the jack 2 metres past where Darren Burnett was standing, and Darren just gave him the death stare, or well, actually a little glance as if to say, what are you doing? And he said, yeah, I didn't mean to roll it that long.
Yeah, Ronnie's got a smile on his face. I tell you what, it wouldn't be a smile if he'd have been 2 yards away.
Or 2 yards short.
Short, exactly.
Darren would have said, that's where we wanted it.
You want to take the wrath of your skip.
What a magnificent end, the previous end. And Lester's got the shot.
Great reply.
Australia really need to win this end. 2 behind, 3 to play. Any score to Scotland on this end, and it might be just a bridge too far for Australia. Well, that's a poor bowl. First bowl he's played in the entire match on that side of the rink, Ronnie Duncan, so he could be excused.
I'm not sure if I would have changed him there. You know, he could turn his own bowl or just come behind the jack about 2 or 3 feet. It would have been very useful. Well, with the edge or without it, I think it'd have been better without the edge, to be honest. I think it would have been a better bowl for him. Still, another one in the head.
Oh, this looks a wayward bowl from Derek Oliver. He's a long way wide.
Yeah, but the weight is just good behind it because the jack isn't going to go forward. That's a very useful ball from Nathan Rice. Just in behind when you're lying the shot.
Well, there's a bit of discussion going on here. I just saw Darren Burnett having a discussion with Aron Sheriff about something.
I think he was asking permission to go and speak to the player. I think that's what the normal would be. Normally, you wouldn't go up and speak to a player playing his second bowl at number 2. So he asked permission. That's good etiquette. And of course, you know, at this stage, Aron Sheriff more than happy. He might have to do the same himself. I wouldn't knock back a policeman either when it comes to that.
I really did need to pass the jack there, Derek Oliver.
Just underneath it. Still, where it's finished, could be useful if the jack's flicked across. Every bowl here has to have a value. It's a very edgy stage of the match.
How much weight does Burnett play?
Well, just be trying to tuck this around the corner. He has to have arriving weight. As long as he's up to the jack, he's got a chance. Now he needs to pull back very quick. It's a straight hand. Aron Sheriff doesn't waste any time whatsoever, does he? Very quick player. They're calling this one in. They're really calling it in behind the jack. He's played a beauty with this. That's a cracking bowl. That really is. That's a stonker of a shot. It's got to force Darren Burnett into driving, surely.
I think Australia are only holding 2, not 3.
Yes, well, we've got the...
I don't think he can afford to drive, David,
No.
because if he takes the nearest bowl out, it'd be 3 down, Sheriff 1 to come, they'd drop 4 shots. That's...
If it's only 2, you just play up to it, very similar to the last ball, try and judge the line, that's all. No, it's... otherwise, it's not worth it. As you say, Sherry, it's... can't afford to take your own ball out and give Aaron Sheriff a chance for 4.
No, just trail the jack, rest on Sheriff's last bowl. Metre or 2 through the head.
This is a different line.
Don't think that will come back at that weight.
He might get the back ball, though. If he gets the back ball, he'll punch it out. Oh, he didn't get enough of it. Just turned it around the corner. This is a big end for the Aussies.
Oh, Ronnie Duncan, he'll be regretting rolling that jack an extra couple of metres longer.
This is a good opportunity for Aaron Sheriff. Nothing easy about it, don't get me wrong. It really isn't. But if he can just reach up to that jack, he could make 3 out of it. The moment we're thinking it's 1, probably 2. He's calling this one. It needs to run, but he's calling it to fall off the ball. He's in. That looks like it's there. Oh. I'm looking for 4. Wow, what an end. Looks like there's 3 out. If that's close, they'll have to call the umpire. Nervous times for Scotland. I don't want to lose a 4 here. We assumed that 3 were pulled out, but we assumed that that was the case. 3 it is. That's a lovely count for the Aussies, though, the home nation. And once again, they go into the lead in this match, which has been bouncing around like a rubber ball. Men's triples final, down to the last 2 ends between Scotland and Australia. Australia 1 in front, 14-13, 16 ends played. And it's a run for home now. Australia win this end. It's been the sort of game that might just be enough. Very wide line by Barrie Lester. If he's running, he's got a chance because that's his forehand. He's dropped it short.
Well, this is the longest end of the match, the penultimate end of this final. It's just on 34 metres. So not once in this final have we played to where the jack is. It's very important for both players here leading not to drop short.
What did you say? Not to drop short. Need to steady themselves. It's very important that he gets a close one here. Needs to stay on a line. Well, it's good correction, good ball.
Got the spring in the step, Barrie Lester.
I think that's relief.
He's like a jack in a box. He's all over the place. Nathan Rice hasn't moved. He's just standing there. Barry's ran back, picked up Nathan's bowl. didn't even get a high five. Always the danger when you drop short to overcorrect with your second.
Better run there. But once again, Derek Oliver will be facing a shot down, so the hand he'd probably like to play would be the swinging hand. Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness me. Oh. Well, if he hit that ball so far in behind, he must have been carrying a yard or two, I think, Shay.
Yeah. Well, he obviously didn't want to drop short. And Derek Oliver, he knows he has to be up as well.
Struggling to get back.
Inside edge. Wick off. Oh, not enough.
Well, this head is not building up too smart for Scotland.
No, I think Darren Burnett, he'd be feeling quite anxious at the moment. Aussie's holding a couple. They're very near the jack. It's the longest end of the match. It's probably at the third shot. Oh, he's driving. What's he doing?
No, he's got one.
Oh,
and it hit the other one. It nearly took the two of them out.
And jammed. Oh, how did that stay there?
It should never have stayed there.
Oh.
See, the two of them should have disappeared. Oh, look at that. In fact, that's a better single shot. A much better single shot than having the two before.
A single shot to Australia may be enough to defend on the last end. Go into the last end, two in front. You'd like that anytime.
Oh, you'll take it. Every time in the world, you'll take that.
Darren Burnett, he's got nothing on but a draw shot.
Yep, and he's seeing another ball. It's dropping short. That was a big chance to bang one a foot in front.
Well, we saw Darren Burnett a few ends ago take a bowl out for 4 shots. Now, with the match on the line, can he draw within 15 centimetres of the jack? It's the maximum length end. We haven't played one end in the final to a jack of this length. Sweaty palms, dry throat, nerves of steel needed.
Well, he's going for it.
He's driving.
Yep, and I tell you what, he's very close. Got it. Now, where's the respot position? It must be in favour of Scotland.
Well, he's driven for the bare jack. And
where's the jack?
It must be in the ditch. It's alive in the ditch. It hasn't come back.
Don't believe it.
If it came back on the tee, Scotland had 3 all around it. And now there's 3 to 4 metres of room to draw the shot.
Yes, but it's still, you know what this is like, Sherry. You know, there's a lot of pressure on this. You know, it's, and he knows that no matter where he puts this,
the jack is only centimetres inside the rink peg.
You've got to assume that he'll draw it, but the danger is leaving it vacant.
Has to stop.
It has to stop. Has he played it? He has. Oh, that's a great ball. What a ball. Aron Sheriff. The Sheriff is in town. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And Darren Burnett will be after that.
It looked good. He raised his arms in the air, but then it just pulled up. Maybe a gold medal winning shot, but now Burnett, he needs to drive again. It's worth 3. This is worth 3 shots if he could just hit that bowl. It's hanging on the edge of the ditch. Oh, sweaty palms.
This will be a drive again. Probably on the backhand. Its forehand's far too narrow, so it must be backhand. Yep, get those hands well dried, because if he gets this, they're in the driving seat going into the last end.
tough shot.
It's away. He's looking at it. He's very close. He thinks he's got it. He has. Oh, what a ball. Oh, tremendous stuff. Fantastic balls from both skips in this final. Now we'll wait to see what the reaction is. Is it 3 shots? It is. 3 to Scotland. 16-14, last end coming up. That end had absolutely everything.
Unbelievable, Corky. Unbelievable to have the courage to go jack and then drive the bowl into the ditch. What a shot Aron Sheriff played. Darren Burnett.
Men's triples gold medal going into the last end. Scotland 2 shots in front in what has been a terrific final. Highly entertaining for everyone here at the Broadbeach Club and the Gold Coast. Highly entertaining for us.
Hard to defend 1 shot when the opposition has last bowl, but a little bit easier to defend 2. Cannot drop short now.
Yes, you've got that little margin of error in your back pocket. It has been absolutely brilliant, this game.
The last 2 ends have been the best couple of ends of bowls ever played. Barrie Lester, he's led so well.
Yep, he's down again. It's been a great game. All the players have contributed. But my goodness me, that last end was just unbelievable.
Oh, Darren Burnett is changing Ronnie Duncan's hand. He says, you change now to the backhand and reach up. Scotland need close bowls. Ronnie Duncan has led well on the forehand in this direction. This is only his 2nd bowl of the match on the backhand.
Well, he's certainly on a good line. His weight's not bad. He's just going to filter through. That's not a bad bowl there. It's only about a metre and a bit, just over a metre through the head. Barrie Lester, he'll be looking to reach his own bowl or turn the jack. Making sure he was through the head. I can't blame him, to be honest with you, but you have to bear in mind that this is the last end. But if Australia pick up 2 shots, we'll be into a tied end situation. How wonderful would that be?
An extra end.
Oh, Derek Oliver's close again. Okay, he's drifted just off the jack, but he's had a fantastic match.
He has, Corky. It's not how many you play, it's when you play them.
Just over the weight.
Ooh.
That jack's going to have to come back sometime.
Can't afford to be too narrow here, Oliver. Trying to draw to the Australian bowl just behind the jack. Well, that's a wasted opportunity for Scotland. That's a nervous bowl. Nathan Rice won't be dropping short.
He needs to hurry, though. This needs to run to catch the ball. Oh, it's a great effort. He had really tidy weight there.
So actually made it a little bit more difficult for the Aussies now to remove that bowl on the backhand.
Oh, I'd be looking down the forehand to trail the jack.
Really, the target bowl for Scotland will be the bowl just below the jack. The Barrie Lester bowl on the right of the line. Take a safe line on the backhand. So I think Australia may have 2 seconds. So the bowl out would be good for Australia, in which case Burnett needs to draw another one near the jack. Oh,
something's not right down there. Take your time. There's been a lot of preparation going into this final. Think of all those hard hours that you put in over the months. You don't want any mistakes at this stage.
Oh, he's got a very, very wide line.
Yes, he's trying to split the bowls, I think. I think they're assuming that they'll play the forehand. I'll tell you what, that's not bad. It needed to be just maybe a little bit less weight, but I think Aron Sheriff will be down to this to try and turn the jack around the corner. Remember, he has to score 2, not 1.
Yes, it's not the head you really want to disturb with a lot of weight. Looking for the shot bowl on the backhand. He has been playing this side narrow.
Not a lot of shouting going on. Oh, that's not the one he wanted. Well, the only thing is that those 2 balls can disappear now because he's put them beside it.
But Scotland have the tee covered at the back of the rink. No, the Aussies do. That's Nathan Rice bowl, I think, at the back of the rink. So, big decision here. Do you draw a shot or cover the tee? The tee, the white bowl there, Nathan Rice's back bowl is the best back. If he drives the jack over the top into the ditch and runs through, he could make 2 that way.
Well, the key to it, he has to run through.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's 2 shots. That's the advantage of having that extra shot in your back pocket. You know, he's saying to himself, well,
I would go to the back of the rink for safety. I think the head, it's difficult for Aron Sheriff to remove both bowls. It is possible. You would probably draw another shot here, Corky.
Well, that's more my...
Oh, big team discussion here. They just don't know what to do.
The thing is that the angle he has to play at to get both bowls off, will he take one of his own out?
I think Aron Sheriff has to play forehand with firm weight to get the split. Miss the jack, get the split. So coming in on the left, underneath the bowl, top of screen, miss the jack, get the split. 2 Scottish bowls go out. He could make 3 and win the match.
But the angle is off the blue ball. Will he get his own bowl?
He may, but
because it's shorter.
But his bowl would stay. I think he's got to put. I've changed my mind.
He has to put one in. Surely
another one in the head.
Yeah,
another bowl in the head. They can both go clean without the jack. It's a huge decision.
Has to draw in because he won't lose the match on the tee.
No, but he could lose
the match on the head.
On the head.
Yep. So he has to put one in.
So he needs another bowl closer than one of the Australian bowls.
Always play the lesser of the 2 evils in that situation. Where will you lose the match? A lot of conversation for Darren Burnett with the team. And George Snedden as well, who's on the bank. I tell you what, this is going to be very close to coming right in front of the jack. He needs to bend. Oh, that is a good ball. And they're not celebrating it because it's still possible to get the 3 balls out, but I think that's made it really difficult.
Scotland holding 3. Australia needing 2 to force an extra end. 3 to win the gold medal. There's one thing is absolutely certain. If he's going to make the 3, Aron Sheriff, he'll need lots of luck.
Yes, he will. He will.
There's no traditional shot on. Nathan Rice saying, you drive that bowl. The last Darren Burnett bowl onto the edge of the bowl below the jack. The 3 bowls will go. Australia could be holding 2. So he'll be driving.
Yeah. Well, he's on the forehand drive, and he looks wide to me. It's all over. 3 shots to Scotland on the last end as Australia went chasing the match. They had to, and the celebrations will start. Tremendous game, absolutely brilliant match, without a shadow of a doubt. But my goodness me, this triple played well. Ronnie Duncan, good battle with Barrie Lester. Derek Oliver was outstanding, and Darren Burnett played big bowls, end after end after end. And in the end, to be honest, 1914 looks comfortable, sure, but it wasn't.
Well, Scotland finished with 2 trebles, David. They were 13-14 down with 2 to play, and as you mentioned, Darren Burnett, the Scottish skip, what a superstar he is. Some brilliant bowls played by both the Aussies and the Scots. One of the best games of bowls, certainly one of the best finishing few ends you will ever see in a final.
Yes, it's all the Scottish team coming on now to the green to congratulate them and celebrate it. The big crowd moving around as we see some great stuff on the best, some of the best bowls of the match. But Darren Burnett got things out of it. Look at that, right to the edge of the ditch. Aron Sheriff adding another shot on that end. And there's the big bowls that Darren Burnett was able to play with weight.
That was a brave shot, but then he was still 1 down, and this was a bigger result for Scotland. They were celebrating before it even hit the Aron Sheriff bowl.
Yes, they knew it. That was the 17th end. They were 1 behind the Australians at the time, and they picked up a 3. That's the previous game. As you see the women's fours, Australia took it all the way through with Canada to a tied end. And it was without doubt a fascinating game, a lot of pressure. Leanne Chinnery just dropping in on the jack for Canada. Tash Scott, brilliant bowl. That's when they started their celebrations. As we see Scotland, the Scottish flag up for the photographers, and to be honest with you, enjoy the plaudits. You never know when you're going to get a chance to enjoy this again. Fantastic performance by the players, and they can be really, really pleased with this. That's their gold medal in the pocket, and of course they will have the opportunity to play in the next discipline, but for now it's Scotland gold medal winners in the men's triples. want to talk. So what we were going to do, and I said to Jack that whenever they come out, I'll have Well, the medal ceremony for the men's triples, the first ceremony here at Broadbeach, and we were treated to a wonderful competition in the triples. It was fantastic bowling, and it's fair to say the two best teams in the event made it through to the final, Scotland and Australia. But the bronze medal will go to Norfolk Island, and that is one of the best things that's ever happened in the sport of bowls. I think it's fair to say, in Schubach.
Well, they played brilliant, didn't they, Norfolk Island? And to get the bronze medal, to beat Canada, they defeated England on the way through. It's a special moment indeed for everybody on little Norfolk Island.
So the players are lined up at the moment. You can see Australia, who won the silver, Scotland, who took the gold, and Norfolk Island on the bronze. Super games, super matches, very exciting bowls. And I have to say, in the end, the best triple won. That's not always the case in sport, of course, but they were tremendous in the final.
The winner of the bronze medal, Norfolk Island.
And one of the biggest cheers you're going to get, Norfolk Island take the bronze, only their second medal in the Commonwealth Games ever. It's Phil Jones, Hayden Evans and Ryan Dixon. And that's Andy Trua, the Senior Vice President from the Cook Islands Commonwealth Games Association, to present the medals.
That's Hayden Evans.
Ryan Dixon. And Phil Jones. And what a magnificent performance to win a medal at the Commonwealth Games. They beat England on the way through, and they were superb all the way through. And our little mascot, Hugh Graham, the Oceania Regional Vice President, Commonwealth Games Federation. And those are very special, I can tell you. They'll enjoy those back in Norfolk Island. Only a population of some 2,000 people. And what a performance. Enjoy it, guys. This will go down in bowls history.
The winner of the silver medal, Australia.
Silver medal goes to the host country. Put up a magnificent performance in the final.
Aron Sheriff, the Australian skip. Nathan Rice, the greenkeeper from the Gold Coast. And the Victorian star, Barrie Lester.
Well, they contributed to a wonderful final. The score was 19-14, but it was much better than that. They were one shot in front with the last two ends to go. And they will be absolutely delighted. Disappointed, of course, that they didn't get the gold. But my goodness me, didn't they contribute to the final in such a way that they can back out as heroes.
Rice and Lester won bronze in Melbourne 12 years ago. Silver today at Broadbeach.
And Commonwealth champion, Scotland.
Scotland, one of the most successful nations in the history of lawn bowls, take the gold.
Darren and Ronnie Duncan.
And they played magnificent, they really did. Anthony Trua presents Darren Burnett, the skip. Commonwealth Games gold in Glasgow in the singles. Derek Oliver played magnificent bowls in the middle of the triple. Really was the rock man. And then Ronnie Duncan played lead, and he played very well. It was a real team performance for Scotland. They're so used to winning medals, of course, at this level, but they'll be delighted to take it in the first opening week. Two of those players, Ronnie and Derek, will join their teammates in the fours for next week. And Darren Burnett, well, he'll be in defending his title in the singles.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Scotland. Games medalists.
Well, the guys just moving up close together on the podium for the traditional photographs and celebrations, and my goodness me, what a wonderful competition. And I have to say, it was good value all the way through. Australia and Scotland, definitely the two best triples in it, but Norfolk Island, what a story that is. The guys have made the trip, 12,000 miles from Scotland, and they've picked up the first of the medals here at Broadbeach. The superstars of lawn bowls. And yet again, Scotland have proven just how difficult they are when it comes to the major events. Top players, without a shadow of a doubt, but you still have to do the business, you still have to come here and win. And whilst Australia may have been the favourites going out onto the rink because it's here at the Gold Coast, the green suited Scotland very much, and they played the big bowls when it was necessary, and that's all that's important in the end. Well, as they make their way off the green, I just can't believe what the Norfolk Islands guys will be feeling.
As you said, David, the greatest performance ever. Norfolk Island, the bronze medal in the men's triples, defeated England on the way through, a powerhouse nation in bowls, and then Canada for the bronze medal playoff.
Well, it's been a wonderful day here. More to come, of course, but for now, it's been absolutely brilliant. There's no doubt about it. The weather's been very kind, I have to say. Big crowds have turned out, very fair crowds. Have enjoyed all the good bowls. Doesn't matter where they were coming from. But in the end, Scotland came out with the gold. Australia the silver, and the Norfolk Island in the bronze.